AITA for tanking my ex-boss's startup after he stole my idea and credit. Spoiler, I'm not. And the revenge was sweet. Throwaway account for obvious reasons. I'm 31, and I call this story Project Chimera because my ex-boss, Victor, thought he could stitch together my ideas and his ego and call it a masterpiece of his own. I was a lead developer at a mid-sized tech company. For almost a year, I'd been building a side project I called Echo, a sleek API management tool designed to cut integration time drastically. It was smart, efficient, and mine. Victor was my manager. He was charismatic, good with people, and incredibly lazy. I trusted him anyway. I showed him the prototypes, the architecture, even the business plan. He called it brilliant. I believed him. Then came the layoffs. He called me into his office and told me my position was being eliminated. I thanked him for the warning and left quietly. 2 weeks later, Victor quit. 3 months after that, I saw the headline. He'd raised a huge seed round for a revolutionary tech company. The product? Nexus. I clicked the link, and my stomach dropped. Nexus was Echo. Every feature, every phrase, even the architecture diagram, they were all mine. He had downloaded my final presentation and documentation right before quitting. My work, my idea, my words. I wasn't angry, not loudly anyway. It was a quiet kind of fury, the kind that makes you plan. Victor's big pitch was that Nexus was fast, stable, and ready for scale. But I remembered something he didn't. The version he stole had a flaw, a small but devastating vulnerability in the way the API keys handled authentication under high load. I had fixed it in my private version. His copy didn't have the patch. So I built a plan. I created a fake online identity, a VP of technical architecture at a big finance company called GlobalStrat. I reached out to a sales team, told them how impressed we were with Nexus, and proposed a huge pilot project. Billions of daily transactions. The perfect stress test. Victor couldn't resist. He handed me access to their demo environment to configure the trial. I set the parameters carefully, using the exact combination of variables that would trigger the flaw. The demo was scheduled for Monday morning, Investor Day. I watched the live stream from my apartment. Victor stood on stage, grinning in a tailored suit. "Today," he said, "we prove Nexus can scale to the future." He clicked execute. At first, everything looked great, green across the board. 10 seconds later, the metrics began to flicker. 30 seconds in, instability. 60 seconds in, complete collapse. The dashboard turned red. Transactions failed. The system froze. It wasn't just slow. It was dead. Victor's confident smile broke instantly. You could see the panic. One investor stood up, closed his notebook, and walked out. No one said a word. I just sat there, watching. The next day, I got an anonymous email from one of his developers. He confirmed that the investors had pulled the funding and ordered a full audit. The auditors found the flaw immediately, the one I'd known about all along. Victor had never fixed the architecture. He didn't even understand it well enough to explain why the configuration failed. He was demoted, then quietly pushed out. Nexus collapsed soon after. And me, I didn't celebrate. I didn't tell anyone. I just felt that calm, steady satisfaction of justice. The same flaw he stole from me became the one that destroyed him. He was undone by his own greed and the arrogance that made him believe he could steal brilliance without understanding it.